Hello everyone and welcome to my review for Kengan Omega Chapter 99. Before I get into this week's review, I do have to mention a couple of things. The first one, as per usual, is my subscriber goal for 2021, hitting 5,000 before the end of the year, and my extra special goal of hitting 5,000 subscribers by April 21st. I tend to get more viewers than I have subscribers on these videos, so if you watch my videos every week and you like them, you might as well subscribe. If you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified whenever they come out, so I'd appreciate that a lot if you do that. And my other announcement is that today I am starting my Patreon. The first video for it may or may not be up by the time you see this video, but it will be out sometime today. I'll be linking my Patreon in the description so you can join that. It's going to be $5 a month. I'll be doing solo leveling reviews on Wednesdays and Omniscient Reader reviews on Thursdays, or at least I'll try to. But there'll be 2 new videos every week. I think $5 for 10 new videos a month. It's a pretty fair deal. So if you're interested in that, I'll have a link to it in the description. I'd appreciate that a lot. So with that out of the way, let's get on with the review. So while last week's chapter ended off with us seeing Hayami's earbuds and wondering what exactly the deal was with those, we don't actually have that addressed this chapter, and instead, chapter 99 is mostly focused on explaining why Jeroda is so awesome. We see Rin interviewing this guy who appears to be the Kengan equivalent of Teddy Riner, who, as far as I can tell, is basically the best judoka in the world. I think he's a French judoka who I think has won 10 world championships, which apparently no one else has done, or at least he's the first person to have done that. So the guy is a huge badass, well, assuming that he's, like, literally Teddy Riner under a different name. The guy is a huge badass by real-world standards, but of course, by Kengan standards, he's like nothing. And he talks about how when Jeroda was still involved in public martial arts, he was pretty much unbeatable. He would just beat everyone and win every tournament that he was in. So it's like, oh shit, I guess Jeroda's a super huge badass. He's super strong. And in this chapter, we find out why seemingly Jeroda is able to throw people so quickly that you can't even see it, not even with the fist eye. And that's because he uses a pinch instead of grabbing the gi, which is fucking absurd that his pinching strength is strong enough that he is able to pick up and throw an entire adult man, especially one with the build of a Kengan fighter. That is just so ridiculous. I love it. Yeah, that's really awesome. And he even gets compliments from seemingly 4 of the strongest characters in the verse. Maybe, I'm assuming Lolong is going to be somewhere in the top 4. But Lolong says that his pinch, his throwing technique, has no weaknesses. And considering Lolong is someone to criticize other very powerful fighters like Toa, and says that Naidan's Hack's Eye in the Sky thing is not a flawless technique, when he says, oh yeah, Jeroda's judo technique is flawless, I feel inclined to believe him. Then we get Oma saying that his throw is superior to his redirection kata at knocking opponents off balance, which is insane because the Nico style is basically just fucking magic martial arts where each kata is basically perfect at doing whatever it does. So that is another really crazy compliment to how strong Jeroda is. Kano says that he's not capable of doing Jeroda's throws. I assume it's because he doesn't have the same pinch strength that he does. And Kuroki, who is still here, says that he can't believe someone as strong as Jeroda is in Purgatory, which is hilarious. What the fuck is this guy doing here in this pack of losers? I don't understand. But I don't think this has happened before. The strongest Purgatory fighter we've gotten so far was Lu Tien, And who did he get compliments from? Well, mostly himself for the most part, and I don't think we really got any commentary on what he was doing from Lelong, which was weird. Even Faye pointed out that was kind of weird. But I don't think even Lu Tian got this kind of acknowledgement. Like, Kano was probably like, oh yeah, he's kind of strong, and Oma was like, Kano, this guy isn't someone you can beat easily. But that was the extent of it. And Kuroki's commentary, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, was all directed at Kano talking about what he needed to do to beat Lu Tian and how much he's grown. So, Jeroda may, possibly, potentially, end up being stronger than Lu Tian. I don't know, because he's not fighting someone as strong as Kano, seemingly. So, even if Jeroda is stronger than Lu Tian, I don't think we'd be able to see him fighting hard enough or against someone strong enough to really get a good gauge of that. But yeah, the guy's top tier. We have a top tier judoka in Kengan now. Are you excited? I'm sure by the end of the fight we'll probably have him somewhere in the top 10. So that's fun. Jeroda has not been disappointing me so far. He's been doing very well. My only criticism of this fight so far is that Jeroda's unseeable judo throws basically make it so that Daro doesn't have to draw the actual throw. It's like you get grabbed and then he just draws the end of the throw. So I'm kind of like, I kind of wish I'd got to see more of that. The whole appeal of grappling fights in Kengan to me is seeing all of the technical aspects behind it. But I assume when Masaki starts fighting back, which it seems like he's going to be doing next chapter, we will actually get to see that. So I guess that's the benefit of having two guys that practice the same martial arts fighting each other. So that's pretty cool. Now, once again, Masaki does not really do anything this chapter. It's basically all just showing off how awesome Jeroda is, because he is getting his ass kicked so far. It's a very one-sided start. Has there been a more one-sided start for a Kengan fighter thus far? Maybe Ryuki versus Naidan, but I mean, Ryuki at least got like a few hits in. Didn't really do much damage, but he still got hits in. Whereas Masaki, he can't even touch Jeroda so far. But I think we're going to start to see him going off next chapter, and I'm wondering, is next chapter going to have a big reveal in? Because it's the big 100. We're finally entering the triple digits. Chapter 50 was, of course, Oma's return, which was, like, the biggest deal ever, in case you didn't realize that. So, next chapter, maybe we're going to get the reveal for what Masaki is. Is he Meguro's brother? Is he a clone of Meguro? What is he? What is your deal, Masaki? I want to know. But I think we'll probably get something like that next chapter, maybe. If they are going to do something special for the 100th chapter. If they're not, we may just get to see, like, him fighting or something. But I do think Masaki is going to do a better job than he's doing thus far. I do think he's going to put up an actual fight against Jeroda. I don't think he's just going to get no-diffed like he is right now. He's going to have something going on. Because, I mean, he has to. I don't think, like, super one-sided zero-diff fights are that interesting. That's why I don't like Alan versus Ryan at all. And I regret saying that I'd be fine with Lelong low-diffing Wakatsuki. I mean, that's ridiculous. Wakatsuki he's really fucking strong. He's like top 4 in Kengan. You can't have Wakatsuki get low-diffed. It's not right. Even if Lelong is someone who's like Kuroki level, I doubt Kuroki could even low-diff Wakatsuki because of how powerful he is. So, no low-diffing, please. Or at least if there is low-diffing, at least kind of make it look like someone was putting up a bit of a fight. But, yeah. I think the poll I did where I asked you guys how strong do you think Masaki's going to be by the end of the fight, most of you, I think it was like 60%, said that he's probably going to be like A tier, and I agree. So he's going to be fairly strong, but not up there in the top tiers. But he's definitely going to have something kind of crazy, something kind of wild to be able to put up with these borderline light speed throws. And I'm very interested to see what that is. I know Meguro had crazy grip strength to be able to do judo throws on someone who's not even wearing a gi, like just grabbing them by the shoulder and being able to throw them. So he may end up having something like that. but we'll have to find out. So, yeah. That's all I have to say for this week's review. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I do Kengan Omega chapter reviews every week. If you enjoy other series such as Record of Ragnarok, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Black Clover, I do videos in those series as well, so if you're interested in those, you should definitely check out my channel. If you're interested in seeing reviews on Solo Leveling and Omniscient Reader, I'm going to be starting those on my Patreon, so I'll have a link to that in the description. If you enjoy discussing Kengan Omega with other people, or you just enjoy the content I produce on this channel, I highly suggest you check out my Discord server. I have a link to it in the description and on my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.